I'm recording.
All right. Hello, everybody. Jeremy was nice enough to record this for me. I'm going to show you a little bit of magic with all the stuff that I've been doing with these wings. And they're ready. So I got a couple of things here that I'm going to be using. I have my knife. I got tweezers. Q-tips are what we're going to be using the most of. And a toothpick that I did have here momentarily ago. There it is. That I've cut into a scribe. Can you zoom in on that? There you go. It's just cut to a tip and then the regular point. Nothing fancy. I have one semi-prepared to show you. This is just for purposes for the demonstration. I'll show you that when we're done here. So, all right, here we go. This is explaining the hairspray trick. These wings were painted in several stages that I've shown you all before. And now that the paint is dry, I'm going to remove it and you'll have metal. Real metal. Alright, so here we go. Parts that are going to constantly rub. You're always going to have rubs on your tips. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And you want to try to make it look natural, so I'm going to blend it in here. Now the parts that are black that come off that I want to reshade, I'll just touch that up with the airbrush later. So for right now, we're just going to have fun and remove this and make marks. The goal here is to make a model look beaten, worn down, used hard with paint. And this is how you achieve this. The hairspray makes a bonded layer of glue. And when the water touches the paint, it soaks right in, because I laid this really thin. I actually don't need to wet it sometime. You'll see on the other piece, I actually didn't use much water at all. It will actually just come right off because I use so much hairspray and it's thick. So, we're going to make rub marks. Again, I'm trying to do this so you can kind of see it, but you can see that paint rubbing right off of there, and you can see now that that is total metal underneath. Does that look like metal to you?
Yeah.
Looks like metal to me.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to just take my different tools here, and I'm going to show you a couple of different spots so you see for yourself what's on. Here you have your indent for the wing, and I'm just going to scrape that. I'm going to scrape that right off. And I can actually go in there with the pen or the marker now and shade that in with the panel line techniques. Any technique will work. Okay, so now you see that. You can scrape that off. Same with the indent here for the tip of the wing where you want. This is supposed to simulate shaped metal so you have your strength increase. That just rubs right off of there. No problem. And that's not even wet. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we want this to look battle damaged, alright? It's Q-tip. I'm going to wipe off the extra on my glove there. Alright, so you have your raised areas. You can't really see it because of the way the light's in the paint, I'm sure, but what you do is you just take your raised areas, just like that. Now see, this one's working a little bit. It's a little more cooperative. You're supposed to wet that. That's taking that right off of there. All right, so now that's just like something scraped right up against it. Same there. And I'm going to take it into this piece. So we're going to have a line across. Now, you can see, I'm brushing this off with a dry brush. It's just a dry brush. And you want to make sure you don't transfer that over. Now, does that look like something hit it?
Yeah.
Now, if you zoom in there, let me wipe this down because it's actually moved that glue just a bit. The glue from the hairspray is actually shining through there. So I put it on too thick. All right, there it is. It's coming off. Now, if you look at that, you go ahead. You can zoom in now, Jeremy, and you can see that's actually 3D. You can see the paint moved away from that piece.
Nice.
It doesn't get any more realistic than that.
Oh.
You can't make that any more realistic. So, I'm just going to go ahead and hit a couple more spots here quick, just for the effect. I'm going to dab that tip in there. I'm going to scrape the wing lines because I'm going to panel line those. They're pretty well protected. Still things you got to think about. You got to trace your lines, so on and so forth. Now, I don't have a Gundam marker here, but these work just as good. So you can see now, I'm going to move that scribe out of the way. This is what I use for most of my models, is a V-Ball fine tip pen. And that lines them wings just fine. I'm just going to take those tips off. And in the process, I actually even made them look a little bit more like feathers.
Yeah, I noticed that a little earlier.
There you go, folks. How does that look?
Oh, it's nice.
All right, now I'm going to switch over here because I've got tons and tons of work to do with those wings to get them like that. This is the one that I've semi-prepared. I still need to go over it with the flat black with the brush really thin. That'll get rid of all the dust lines. But here you can see
Oh, that is nice.
the weathering results.
Oh, nice.
If that doesn't look like a metal wing with paint
yeah.
on top, I don't know how else I could even do that.
That is nice.
So there it is. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thanks for the film.